Alright, take 2 on the screen record. So today we're going to pop up and I'm going to do a little quick review on the new attitude indicator on the Fly App version 1.2.2. I'm flying a Mavic Air 2, so we're going to get up there and check it out. Before we get up, I just wanted to show you a little tip. I'm sure everybody knows this, but if you look at your battery, you just press this button once. Those 4 LEDs there, each one of those represents about 25% power. So if you get 4 of them, you got about 100%. 3 of them is about 75%, etc. So just a quick little tip. So I flew yesterday. I unlocked this Geo Zone that's about at my 2 o'clock, this circle. So it's clear, so it's still unlocked. So if we go into safety, unlock Geo Zone, import to aircraft, and it didn't take. Why is that doing that? Interesting. So it says unlocked areas. Usually I have to import it to the aircraft every time I start the aircraft. But let's get up there and see what this new attitude indicator is about. So I'm going to physically move. Oh, I see we have starlings flying around, so this could get exciting. So I'm going to physically move my location, and I'm going to do that for a reason. I'm going to get away from the home point. So we're in normal mode. We have 92% battery, 5 bars, sufficient number of satellites. So I'm moving now. I'm going to walk about 40 feet away from the home point. So right now we have a little bit of breeze, maybe gusting to 10. I did not check the UAV forecast, but I'm standing outside. So if we pop the map view open and we look at it, it looks different now. So in the lower right, there's a little triangle chevron thing. We're just going to punch that, and that brings up our new attitude indicator. So here we are sitting out in this field. The 2 lines represent the horizon. And if you really study this thing, since we're not sitting in the cockpit of the drone, this thing doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, the horizon lines still do the same thing as in an airplane, but the drone is like we're looking at it from the top, which isn't really representative. Anyway, so if I go full stick forward, those horizon lines are going to jump up. So that means that the horizon's up according to the front of the drone. So the drone's pitched forward. So we're just going to kind of fly around here. I'm looking at my speed. My speed's about 20, so we're about 6 miles an hour under. So under the max. So we're flying into a wind. So if I stop, so the drone's pitched to the right a little bit. So that means the breeze is coming from the right. So it's telling us that the drone's compensating. It's pitched to the right. Forward, horizon pops up, drone nose is down. So comparing this attitude indicator with the other one that was in the center of the screen, in my opinion, this one's a lot. It's got more going on, but it doesn't really convey the basic stuff. Like, I'm turning the drone, but that little blue triangle's not turning like it did before. It has a compass north indicator around the outside. I could give a shit about that. I mean, I know which direction north is. What I really want to know is which direction my drone is pointing, which the other one did beautifully. It was elegant in its simplicity. To me, this thing is worse. I don't like it for the Air 2. However, if I was flying a Mini in the wind, then maybe I could see a little bit of value. I mean, if the Mini doesn't handle wind as much because it doesn't weigh as much, so it's going to be pitching a lot more. But I mean, in my mind, I look at this thing, and you know, anybody that's flown for a little bit knows that between controlling the drone, looking at the live view, filming, making sure you have the right light, you know, trying not to do something stupid. I mean, another information center to look at is more of a distraction than anything else. I just don't, for the Mavic Air 2, I just don't see the value here. The one thing that really, the way that I look at this thing is we are not flying an airplane, people, because we're not sitting in something that's moving. We're stationary, right? So the graphics should indicate that we're stationary. And as you fly the drone around, the drone's not moving, the home point's moving, which makes absolutely no sense. The home point doesn't move. I understand it. I understand how it works, and I get it, but that other one was just so clean and so simple and told you everything you needed to know just at a quick glance. You know, the drone's always going to be, well, not always, but the drone is mainly going to be out in front of you. You're going to be pointing your controller at the drone. So it just makes sense to have the setup that it had before, where the home point was stationary. You could see where you were, and you could see the drone on that arc where it was, and you could see it turning. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that in my mind. This is not telling me anything it's not adding to the experience, let's put it that way. Now here's another thing. Under that little teeny tiny home point icon is supposed to be the controller icon. And that's supposed to move according to where the controller is in relation to the home point. And I can tell you right now, it doesn't work. I'm about 40 feet away from the home point, and you can't even see that blue icon. All you can see is the little arrowhead sticking out. I don't know if there are any other additions to this Fly app update that benefit the Air 2, or if they're all aimed at the Mini now. But I can tell you that I'm going to be rolling back the version and going back to what I had, because to me this thing is too small. It's too intrusive, even though it is small. And it is not really easy to tell the two main pieces of information: which way the drone's pointing and where is it in that arc. according to where you are. And again, I'll say it again, the home point is stationary, folks. It doesn't move. But here it is moving all over the screen. So that doesn't make sense to me. Let me know what you think in the comments. I was going to keep this video pretty short. That's really all I had to talk about. I am not going to be running this version again. I'm going to flip it back tonight. So reset it up and all that. I'll just go ahead and fly in for landing, and maybe I'll crash it. Make some excitement. It's kind of a bummer where I'm at this time of day. It's after work, I'm home, and the sun is literally right behind me. So the light is terrible. And it's supposed to be, it's golden hour right now. So now I'm seeing a little bit of separation of the home point and the controller. I don't know why I'm seeing that now, but there it is. There's my well pump. Sorry about that. Anyway, just a quick little review and my thoughts on this thing. And that's going to be it for me for tonight. I will see you in the next video. Take care.